Oh, hello everyone, it's Susie, Crypto Granny here. The date's the 24th September 2024 and the time in Europe is 17:33 p.m. I hope you're all well, looking after yourself, looking after your beautiful family, your beautiful husbands and wives, and your beautiful children and your beautiful animals. And please look after other animals and people in the world just to make this place a better world. So let's get on with some news stories today, which are pretty interesting, I think. Just for an example, and I've been talking about the equity market being priced for perfection, particularly in the US, and people pay for forward price earnings ratios in terms of their shares. And Nvidia has soared in the last 5 years 2,782%. It is priced for perfection. And it actually outshined Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not surprised about Ethereum, but Bitcoin certainly means that Bitcoin needs to catch up, okay? Bitcoin is so profitable, there's no debt, and it makes something like 3 to 5 million in fees every day, and it's totally decentralized and just about impossible to hack. So I thought that was quite interesting in itself. And it just shows you that the equity market is certainly priced for perfection. And I'm expecting a big sell-off in the US equity market, particularly the NASDAQ, which is all the high tech stocks. Okay, so the evidence is there, and the dividend yields are extremely low, if not anything, at the moment to the equity market. And there's no equity premium. People used to pay for an equity premium for the risk in the equity market. Now it just doesn't happen. So, I'm really expecting the equity market to come off, particularly in the high tech stocks. Also, this week we've got S&P Global Services PMI. Oops, sorry, it's a bit fast sometimes. Where did that go? Sorry about that. This week from the Kabetsky letter, which I really like. Bear with me. Gosh, it's annoying. This goes too fast sometimes. Bear with me for a minute. Where are we? Bear with me. There's all those stocks that are so expensive. It's a joke. Okay, where is this thing gone? Here we go. Sorry about this. Okay, so we've got thing moves too quickly sometimes. Sorry. I'm not great at this sometimes. Here we go. Stop this. So this week we've got on Monday the S&P Global Service PMI. It was quite weak. Consumer confidence was very weak. Came out today. August new home sales will be interesting. Durable goods will certainly be interesting. And we have a Q2 final GDP reading on Thursday. And I don't believe anything. I don't believe that the US is running at 2.2 to 3% gross domestic product. I think it's garbology, okay? So those figures are not right. I don't believe any of the economic fundamentals that are coming out of the US. They're all extremely weak, and I think they've been doctored, to be perfectly honest with you, and they're garbology. The fundamentals are garbology. So let's play this, see what else I've got here. Sorry if this is out of order, but I put it all together, just as I see it. So we saw Bitcoin, it's through 63,500. It looks very good to me. I think it can easily get to 125,000 by the end of the year. There's a lot of reasons for that. Obviously, clearly the US election, if Trump gets in, I think it will definitely get to 125, 150 easily. A lot of people are calling a higher Bitcoin. People are buying Bitcoin everywhere, okay? Kathy Wood came out and bought another 2.8 million of Bitcoin. It doesn't surprise me. Market cap is very, very cheap at the moment at 2.23 trillion. I'm surprised the fear and greed index is 51. It's a joke because this is the time to buy. And Bitcoin dominance is still around 56%. With the altcoins performing, I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to go below 50%, okay? That's simple. If we look at the COT data, we see that people are still very long the Dow at 74%, and they're still very long the NASDAQ at 58%. And I'm surprised that people are long oil and they're still long the US dollar, which I think is a big sell. Oil should go up higher soon because of the wars and everything, but certainly the US dollar is a huge sell. If we look at the consumer confidence figures, they are very weak. They're expecting 104. They got 98, which is quite weak. But also the Fed, Richmond Fed Composite Index was negative 21, and that's not great. Consumer confidence is very negative at the moment. Under 100 is really, really bad. And it just shows that people are getting killed. Inflation is through the roof, right? And we know that we've got a hyperinflation. It's not 5.2%. It's like more like 200% per annum. And it's happening everywhere in the world. And it's food price inflation. Even at my shop where I go and shop every day, you know, the shelves are empty. And I asked one of the people there, you know, a couple of people, why are the shelves empty? And they said, because they're just not getting supplies. So there's still a supply log, huge demand, but no supply. And that just tells you the prices of everything are going to continue to go up. Okay. We have massive inflation in the system, and no one's saying, except Ray Dalio and a few other incredibly smart people. Ray Dalio is amazing. When you listen to the guy, please listen to him. His economic background is amazing, and his investment background. But he's calling for depression, and I say the figures are depression. We're not talking recession. We are in depression, like the early 30s, 1930 to 1933, after the stock market crash on, you know, October the 29th or whatever it was, 1929. We are in a depression, people, not a recession, a depression. The growth is just not happening. We have hyperinflation, higher unemployment. The cost of living is insane. And, you know, poverty is rising everywhere globally, okay? It's as simple as that. And we have depression. It's not recession, it is depression. Recession is 2 quarters of negative growth, but we have depression, okay? So again, I was very surprised people are still mega long the equity market. It's just beyond me. Now, also BlackRock is big into Bitcoin ETFs. Their ETFs perform better than anything else, and they want to get permission from the SEC to have options on cryptocurrency, okay, particularly Bitcoin. That is a great strategy because we're seeing the derivatives market in cryptocurrency go through the roof, okay? More and more people, professionals, are trading options in terms of cryptocurrency. And that's something I certainly want to look at as well. And I certainly want to offer it to high net worth clients that are interested in making money with options. The first trade we would put on is buy a call on Bitcoin. We're long Bitcoin, and we would buy a put on Ethereum, which I believe is going to continue to underperform, okay? Also, as Bitcoin goes up, you get a gamma squeeze, which I'll do an education thing on that, which means people have to buy more Bitcoin, okay? It's as simple as that, right? It's a bit like being long duration, but as the market runs up, it works against you, and you've got to keep buying more bonds, okay? But the thing is, derivatives are getting bigger and bigger, and the large central exchanges in the world, like the CME and the CBOE, are all going into derivatives and trying to get into crypto and derivatives. And we're seeing more and more of that. We've found that Ethereum continues to underperform. None of my clients should hold Ethereum. We're finding the Ethereum ETFs keep coming down all the time. People have gone very negative on Ethereum, and there's a lot of reasons for that because the network's still incredibly expensive in terms of fees, plus active addresses are getting less and less and less, okay? People are moving on to their own mainframes, so they need to sell Ethereum. And in my mind, Ethereum, you know, is a sell. It's a big sell. Institutions are going off Ethereum. And certainly with the ETFs for Ethereum, the retail investor is not buying Ethereum. They are buying Bitcoin. And that is the trade. Ethereum continues to underperform. So does XRP. We've seen a lot of selling of XRP recently from Chris Larsen, the CEO of Ripple, and we've seen other people sell XRP. I mean, I'm sorry, most people, you know, loved XRP 5 years ago, but it's like a bad marriage. It's not going to perform, okay? It just isn't. Bitcoin, XRP Ripple has missed the plot, right? 5 years ago, they were the only cross-currency payment system that cost nothing, you know, for cross-border payments. But now we see every mainnet out there, the big ones that we invest in, can do easily cross-border payments. Plus, obviously, you've got stable coins, okay? And we know that Tether has 75% of the market. This is why I'm saying Ripple is silly. Why would they introduce their own stable coin? It's just nuts, okay? Now, we know the FOMC cut rates 50 basis points, and they needed to. I believe they'll cut again another 50 basis points, and this will increase the cryptocurrency market from 2.23 trillion to 3 trillion. Many inflows have come in for Bitcoin in the last week, at least 400 million, and we've seen outflows on Ethereum. Anyway, guys and girls, just grab yourself a cup of coffee. Take it easy. I'll take a pause, and then we'll look at live coin watch as well and go through some of the videos I've got today. I might have to get through this pretty quick because I've got an hour of videos here. So yeah, but we have seen Ethereum very much underperform the last 5 weeks, and it's just more and more outflows. Okay, and when you compare it to other things, we need to be in other things. We can't afford to be in coins in our investment portfolio number 7 that just don't perform. Okay, and it's Ethereum, ADA, XRP, and a few others, which I'm keeping an eye on at the moment. Okay, so yeah, grab yourself a cup of coffee or wherever you are in the world, and let's go through some of the news stories that we have. Like I said, there's been a lot of outflows of Ethereum lately, and just this week there was 26.26 million in outflows, and we're seeing that right across. We're seeing that institutions are selling Ethereum, and we're seeing the Grayscale lost 46.38 million in outflows, and Grayscale for the Ethereum Trust has just been bleeding continually. Okay. Again, I'd rather be in Bitcoin because Bitcoin is outperforming Ethereum. It's as simple as that. So the outflows for Ethereum, like people are selling Ethereum and taking cash, has been, quite high. Okay. And again, Bitcoin is outperforming Ethereum, and I do believe Bitcoin Cash, when there's no Bitcoin to be had, it'll just cost you more money. Bitcoin Cash will appreciate as well over and above Bitcoin itself. Okay, so let's see what else we've got here, and let's take it to the next article. Now, how do I do that? Here we go. Okay, so what else we got here? Okay, let's go through this. Bear with me. Okay, so Kathy Atwood, as I said, from ARK Investments, has been buying more Bitcoins through the ETF, and she bought another 45,000. She believes that Bitcoin could get to well over $1 million in the next couple of years, and I believe that's possible because there's one Apple in the world and there is no Bitcoin left. And we can see that with the ETFs, okay? Just like MicroStrategy, they keep buying more Bitcoin. MicroStrategy is sitting on about 252,000 units of Bitcoin now, and they keep issuing bonds to bondholders to buy, to then get that cash to buy Bitcoin, okay? And that makes a lot of sense, right? A lot of sense. We do see there's a big SEC hearing. Again, Gary Gensler is going to have to show up to explain his bad performance over the last couple of years being the CEO of the SEC. And many people want to get rid of this guy. There's going to be a joint testimony. That's going to be very, very interesting indeed. And we'll see what happens there. But, people are really believing that he's the wrong guy for the job. Now, there's this news story out there too, which is, I don't know whether it's true or not, that China might be going bullish on crypto and, deregulate cryptocurrency. At the moment, you can't, apparently, China will not allow the Chinese community to buy crypto, but they do it other ways through Hong Kong, okay? The Chinese economy is in a disaster, shocking, real estate prices have come down dramatically. The equity markets come down dramatically, and they could change their mind on crypto. Interestingly enough, China itself, even though it's got a ban on crypto, is still responsible for 55% of the miners that that are on Bitcoin's network, and they actually will try and work out the algorithm clearly. If they do, they get rewarded by Bitcoin. Okay, so 55% of that is still owned by China, which I thought was quite interesting in itself. What else? As I said, we're going to see more interest rate cuts. Often when a central bank cuts, they will cut again and again within a cycle, probably, up to 4 or 5 cuts, okay? And I think they need to, because the US economy is terrible and it's in free fall and there is no growth whatsoever. It's not great, not great what's happening there. All right, what else we got here? Just a bit of stuff about the economy. Very interesting. Bitcoin, I think, can really get through 68,000 very quick, people. And then it's off to the races to 125 by the end of the year. Everything is right for this. Equity markets overpriced, interest rates are going lower in yield, people are buying more Bitcoin over and above Ethereum, and you can just see where this is going to go. Plus, the ETFs for Bitcoin are taking more and more positions in Bitcoin, where the issuers of those ETFs, like BlackRock, have to buy physical Bitcoin. Okay, it's just that simple. I can't believe that people are shorting Bitcoin, because it's nuts. Absolutely nuts. So we've got a couple of stories here about Ethereum. They're still charging high transaction fees, but the network is not great. If you look at the on-chain costs, they're rising, but the activity on the network for Ethereum is getting lower and lower. It's a huge sell as far as I'm concerned. Now, Solana's Franken Dancer, upgraded with corporate elements of Fire Dancer validated client, is live on their mainnet. Solana, I think, could go a lot higher than where it is. People are calling $250 per dollar per coin price for Solana, okay? And I think Chainlink's starting to rise quite dramatically as well. Chainlink is very, very cheap. If we look at Chainlink, there's proof of reserves, they do pricing oracles, and it shouldn't be where it is. Chainlink should be as high as Solana, okay? It's as simple as that. As I said, we've seen a lot of selling of Ethereum and more negativity about Ethereum, which doesn't surprise me, because it's just too high for what it is, okay? We see Tron can't seem to get through 16.5 cents, but the fees are so bullish, and their fees are something like 3 or 4 million a day, that I believe they will break 16.5 cents very quickly, okay? We do find that XRP is still talking to the SEC about their potential fine of 125 million, but we have seen quite a bit of selling of XRP lately. As I said, the CEO, Chris Larsen, sold a line of 18 million, and he sold another line of 26 million, which is not great for XRP. Plus, they have every month that money coming out of their escrow, $1 billion in XRP, which is really making SRP underperform. Also, sorry, I've got to show you live coin watch. I forgot about that. Bear with me for a minute. Live coin watch. Yeah, I forgot completely about that. So bear with me for a minute. Where do I go here? Wait a sec. Sorry. Just put that up there. Where am I? Bear with me for a minute. Just getting it right. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to show you live coin watch. I'm all over the place today. Haven't had enough coffee, Susie. That's for sure. Okay, so we've got live coin watch here. Make sure you can see this. We've got at the moment market cap at 2.23 trillion. Volume is quite good at 65.646 bill. Liquidity is reasonable at 5.869 bill. We are starting to find Bitcoin dominance is going down to 55.92, rightly so, because the altcoins will start outperforming Bitcoin. XRP is at 1.47, going lower. Ethereum dominance is going lower at 13.81. I expect that to be about 5% eventually. Tron dominance will go up as far as I'm concerned. It's too cheap for the network fees that it produces, 0.5893. Link dominance should go to 3%, so it's got a lot of movement at Link, and it's going to go much higher. It's in a magnificent story, okay? They're at 0.3231 at the moment. Solana dominance higher, 3%, and Bitcoin dominance still at 0.3, but higher it will go. At the moment, let's just run this to see that we've got the updated price. Bitcoin's at 63,247. Down slightly, 0.81. Ethereum's down more, 2.49 at 2,617. It's the biggest sell in history as far as I'm concerned. Binance looks very good to me. It can go higher. The last high was about $700. Binance should be over 2,500. It should be here at Ethereum's level. Okay, it's up 1.14. Solano, big move on that, 145.81. Think that can break to 250 quite easily. I'm quite negative XRP. Can't get through 64 cents at 58.5893. Dodge just over 10. Probably Elon Musk will use Dodge as its cryptocurrency exchange, that you should see performance in that. ADA, I'm not a lover of, even though it's a 3.95. They put no clients on ADA at all. Tron, I think we'll get through 16.5 cents very soon. The fees are too high for Tron and the valuation is too low. AVEX, great story, 27.21. Link, so cheap at 11.53. It's a joke. Bitcoin the same, really cheap. Bitcoin Cash, I'd say 340, very cheap. DOT, very cheap at 450. Litecoin, 65.87. Don't like Litecoin. I love Fetch, 1.69 going higher, ASI. And my favorite meme, Pepe, is going to go through the roof, okay? If you want any return in your portfolios, particularly if you're meme, buy Pepe. I really have a big, strong belief that Pepe is going to get to 0.01, okay? But you've got to be prepared to lose money because it is a meme with high risk, but I believe it's worth the risk. Anyway, guys and girls, that's enough for me today. I hope you're all well. Please look after yourself, particularly your family, your beautiful partners, your beautiful children, your beautiful animals. Please look after other people in the world and animals just to make this world a better place. Please don't lose your empathy, because in a world where there's no empathy, it's not a great place to live. Anyway, that's enough me. I'll talk to you very soon. And thank you very, very much for subscribing to me and listening to me. Thank you. And please do have a good day. Thank you.